Welcome to Not Like This. Not Like This. From professional wrestling, horror films, and everything in between. Strap in. And now your hosts, Dale Zawada and Jim Snedeker Jr.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Break it down.
Yeah, that was, there's no way that wasn't. So, Rage Against the Machine, they're a rebellious, hot band. Give me something that sounds like Rage Against the Machine.
But I don't want to break it down.
But who do you think makes that call? Vince doesn't know who the fuck Rage Against the Machine is. Bruce
Rage
Pritchard
Against
don't.
Kid Rock.
Bruce Pritchard don't know a fucking ass from a hole in the ground about Rage Against the Machine. So who is like, who's the one that's like, Rage Against the Machine style parody? Do you think it's the music guy? Do you think it's one of the boys?
Guerrilla Radio. No, it had to be Triple H. It had to be Big Paul.
Okay.
It's like it'd be like Rage Against the Machine. He'll be real nasally. Break it down. Me. It's just a MIDI machine. My die. I always
MIDI. You got it right.
I missed that. It really was Rage Against the Machine, though. They were just using stage names.
Yeah. It sure was.
That's the craziest part about all of that.
It's right up there, Allie.
Vince will write that check. He's like, oh, yeah, whatever. Rage Against the. This is. I don't pay my wrestlers. I'll pay you. I don't give a shit.
They're not about them checks.
I'm saving all this money, not paying my wrestlers or helping them out during a pandemic. No, I'll fire half of them when we're doing our most business.
Well, and then brag that we're making the most money we've ever made because I fired half the people that work here. Yeah, Rage Against the Machine would. There's no way they would have
Good
done
for
that.
them. Like one of the main ones, and I think we talked about it a little bit, but how they fired a bunch of people during pandemic. One of them was a lady wrestler manager, Zelina Vega. Teresa Trinidad is her birth name. If we're gonna be those type of people,
Birth name.
But this was during the we like to do Twitch. We're all gamers and nerds.
Right.
And Vince is like, side money, huh? I'm not seeing any of that. And she got fired, not over that, but it was over that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure she's making a lot more now than she was in the Fed. So
Was she the union lady?
I think after,
Right.
like, as she was being fired, she was just like, you know what's great? Unions.
Yeah, so people assumed, because it was like unions, we've separated ties with Zelina Vega, or whatever her stage name was, whatever. But all the reports I read were it wasn't because of that. Like, it wasn't because she made that statement. She was already fired, and like the news just broke at the same time.
The way I heard it, and because I have people on the inside.
Yeah, deep in there.
Like, news got out, backstage that she was being released, and it just wasn't official yet. They hadn't really told her yet, but it was happening. It was just like in process, and she was just like, "Oh, I'm going to send all these tweets then." Like, so those were active tweets. She was on the roster with a lot of those. I mean, good.
I like
hell
that.
with them.
Yeah, if you're on the way out the door, and you look, you think about it. She's probably pretty young, right? She's not like in her mid 40s or anything.
No, she looks it, but she's not.
So she's pretty young. She's on her way out the door. Like, what are the odds that at some point she needs to go grovel back to Vince before she gets a gig somewhere else? He'll be dead before all that happens. So yeah, if you're on the way out the door and you find out early, light him up. Light him up on your way out.
I would.
It's not like, oh, don't burn those bridges. Like, I think all these bridges are burned. Like, nobody's watching any of this shit on any channel. No one watches
what
TV.
What are you talking about? That's not true. These wrestling programs are over here beating NBA basketball and
yeah,
NFL
no one watches
footballs. TV. So who would have guessed that pro wrestling would end up being like the default king of television programming?
Yeah, that's a good point.
No one else was around. Everyone's watching Peacock and HBO Max and Paramount Plus and Disney Plus and Discovery Plus. Man, they're really working hard on these names.
Plus. I think I'm getting catfished here on Facebook. I have an amp. I have an amp for sale.
Amp for sale.
And somebody replied. Now, sometimes the responses are generic because there's buttons on the Facebook Marketplace where you can just press it, and it like asks a question for you. But I don't think
how much is this? When can I schedule a meeting?
Yeah, like, is this item still available?
Yeah.
But this says, what condition is this item in? And I'm like, is that one?
I think it is.
Okay. So that message gets sent, and I describe the condition that's already described in detail in the ad. And then, is this item available? Yes, it's available. Then he sends me a door drop-off or pickup plan response, which is a built-in thing in Marketplace. But then I was like, which one? Dropping off, picking up? What are we doing? Paying cash? What's going on here? I need more details.
Dropping off or picking up.
And then, so that was at 8 in the morning, and I haven't heard back from this person. But I'm thinking, what is your angle for the scam here, where you have the money as the buyer, I have the item. You're like, can I get this item? And I'm like, yeah, sure. When? And your next scam move is to not reply ever.
I don't. None of this sounds scammy to me. But I love that that's where your head's at, because that's where it needs to be at.
Well, he's got like 7 friends on Facebook. That's a weird amount of friends, right?
All right. You didn't mention that part.
Mm-hmm. But in there's a guitar in his profile picture.
It says for sale, and it's your guitar. You're like, hey.
The people he's friends with are like some lady in Vietnam. And like, but I'm like, yeah, creepy old guys will hit up anybody on Facebook. But 7? Probably more than that.
Were they all Vietnamese? Maybe
no.
English isn't the primary language, which explains the botched communication happening.
The picture of the guy on the profile is like, you see his face. He's like an old white dude.
Oh, see, I mean, so yeah, computer technology, the pressing the buttons, not reading. Half of these people can't fucking read, Jim. So don't.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So I'm okay. I'm not even worried.
I think you're all right.
I'm not like worried. Right. I want to sell this amp though. And now I'm getting hot that this isn't real. I'm not worried that they go,
well, don't.
I've been scammed,
Don't, tell other people, hey, it's spoken for. Absolutely not. No. When I was selling my car, everybody's like, is it still available? Yes. Is it still available? Yep. Yes to you. Yes to you. Yep. Who's going to pay me the most money?
Who's going to pee on my chest?
Yeah. Facebook Marketplace. It's not bad, but yeah, sometimes it's going to get a little dicey. Definitely have them come to you to pick it up.
It's going better than Reverb. Reverb.com is usually really good, but shipping prices are at record highs right now.
Because they botched the post office about a year ago?
Could be, but like through everyone. Like the lowest price is through UPS, and that they want it's like $147 to ship this thing.
Ooh wee.
Yeah. And so like if you had a smaller, lighter item, it wouldn't be as bad. But there's no way I could do free shipping because you'd have to pay more than it's worth. But if you lived here, what I want to get for it is a fair price. But if you don't, are you going to pay $150 of shipping? I am not budging on the shipping because I sold this thing that would normally have been like $70-$80 to ship, and it cost me out of my own pocket like $120 to ship.
If somebody jumps on it, God bless them. Otherwise, I'm looking local. If you want it and you live far, this is the shipping cost. Do with that information what you will.
Plus, Reverb takes a cut. So, like if you lower your price, you don't want to lower the shipping. Like you don't want to say like $700 free shipping because they don't.
You're hurting.
Yeah, they're taking it all out of your cut. You want to be like, oh, it's $4 and $684 of shipping.
Yeah, the eBay special right there. Mm-hmm. Where I'm like, wow, that's cheap. That DVD, oh man, that Mortal Kombat DVD, that Blu-ray, it's like $4. Shipping's $22. What? Get the fuck out of here.
I bet there's some algorithm too on Reverb where it's like, a $100 guitar that's normally $1,000, and you're like, $1,000 of shipping. Because if I were looking I would crunch the numbers. That wouldn't turn me off immediately, seeing a high shipping price if the selling price is way low.
Yeah. Once again, the eBay special, there's a tab on the left where it's just like, give me the price and delivery. Now sort by low. Let's nip this in the bud. Let's talk business. And you get that overall out the door price. And that's the world I live in. I don't talk about the merchandise cost. I talk out the door.
Yeah, and it's just hard to ship an amp these days. They're heavy. They're bulky.
You gotta package it properly and safely.
I'm an expert in that. I'm not worried about that. I've been doing this a long time. But it doesn't that used to really save you money. You find your own box, you pack it yourself. You take it to the UPS store, you'd pay an arm and a leg. But now I'm like, I packed it myself. Had all the bubble wrap already and materials. So what am I looking at? $123.50. What? Look, I already did all the work. I just need the label. What's the label going to cost me? Oh, $130. Oh, okay, great.
Amps.com, huh?
I didn't lose my ass, but took a little bite out of it. Took a little nibble.
Jim's
you know what's pissing me off too?
Flipping this gear, flipping this equipment.
eBay will be all over your ass if you don't leave feedback, like forever. Like they'll just be beating you in. Like you never left feedback because their whole business model needs that feedback rating to run.
Mm-hmm.
Reverb.com, they don't give a fuck. I always leave feedback. I don't leave feedback for the buyer now though until they communicate with me. I'm not just going to leave you positive feedback once your money clears because I could ship it to you and then you could lie and say like, I never got it. Or like
it's damaged.
It's right. So you'll get feedback after you're like, yes, I've received the item and it's working. Then I'll leave you feedback.
Yeah. After we're done here, bro, then
I was looking through my history. The last 2 things I sold. Okay, no, out of the last 3 things I sold. So like the newest one I sold and then not that next one, but the one before that, they never left feedback. And there's nothing on my rating that says like, hey, this seller just never left, or the buyer never left feedback after fucking forever and a day. You know? So now it's like, if you looked through my history, you'd be like, well, he sold this. And these 2 things he never got feedback for. I want that rectified somehow. You got to give me an auto 5-star on that or something because...
The default 5.
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing to not leave an Amazon review for an item you bought because I'm like, I'm not fucking taking... Like, gee, come on. That's too much time out of my day. And what do I get? If Amazon was going to pay me gift cards or something, I'd do it. But I'm not going to do it just to help them out with their algorithms and shit.
It's like you bought bulk Hanes boxer briefs. Leave a review. It's like they're fucking underwear, man.
Right.
We're done.
So I don't do that.
Yeah, they were used. Yeah, they were 12 cents. We're done.
Yeah, there's a little yellow tint to it. I don't but I don't mess around when we're talking about selling used equipment like this privately because it's such a big it used to be back in the day. It's such a big risk, you know? So I always leave feedback. I always put in extra detail too. I don't just say like A+. I tell them this was packed well. They responded right away. They answered all my questions.
They were timely.
I've gotten feedback based on my feedback. I've gotten like in their feedback, they're like, oh, he left me such great detailed feedback. So I take it seriously, Dale.
Sounds like it.
I sold these speakers to this motherfucker.
Uh-oh.
He bought them, paid for them, no problems.
Good. So far, so good.
Here's what I always do, though. You buy something from me, right?
Yeah.
I say, oh, man, thank you so much for your purchase. And then depending on, like, I just tell them actual real information. Like, it's a Friday at 5 in the afternoon, and you buy it from me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, I'll get this all packed up. I'm going to get it. The label will be printed and ready to go either Saturday or Sunday. So, like, it'll go out Monday because UPS doesn't, whatever. I give you all those details.
It'd be out by Monday.
Even
it's
if
coming
you
out
know
on
it,
Monday.
right? Like, hey, I'm going to pack it up right now, but it's probably not going to ship. You know, if I don't get it there till Sunday, it won't ship till Monday, just so you're aware. But I thank them, and this is before the payment clears, right? And then the payment, like, it gets added to my account. I get it all packed up, and I say, hey, it's packed up. UPS has it. Here's your tracking number. It's supposed to be there on Wednesday. Let me know if you have any problems. I get a delivery confirmation. Hey, it's delivered. You should have it there today. Unbox it, check it out. You know, let me know how everything works, and make sure everything is to your liking. No responses to any of this from this last person. And then like a week after the delivery was already confirmed and I had my money and that shit was already spent. I'm like, hey, still me being the guy I am.
Oh my God, what are you doing?
I just wanted to make sure everything worked out for you. I saw they were delivered a week ago. There were no problems or anything, right? Everything came normally. Yeah, everything was fine. My apartment's just in a state of disarray or whatever. I'm like, okay. And then no reply ever.
See, you went above and beyond. Then they went above and beyond with their information. So I'm on board with that.
Yeah, no feedback. Didn't tell. He's like, I didn't even plug him in. Well, fucking leave some feedback and say, hey, everything is on the up and up with this guy. He packed it incredibly well. It got here. It was safe.
Can't wait to plug it in.
One of these days, I don't care fuck if he ever plugs them in, honestly.
I'm going to clean this apartment and I'm going to play some guitar.
You don't play games, okay? Don't play fucking games. Leave me my fucking feedback, okay? You understand?
I can't wait I'm going to search for your eBay store and I'm just going to go through the reviews. And then they're all just going to have a review from you. Like, this was a good review from Samson 421. And it's like, Jesus, Jim. It's eBay. Once you sell
eBay.
It, once you sell it, here's your tracking number. You have a great day. Jam out one for me. That's it. I'm never talking to you again.
I always follow up with the
Jim's
customer.
fucking popping up in the window, peeking through the blinds. Hey, did you plug it in yet? Who gives a shit?
I do, because I feel like people need to know that I care whether or not their shit works when they get it. Because I've gotten stuff damaged from UPS, and then you're pissed. But if the seller had said, like, hey, everything okay? I could be like, actually, no, they really fucked it up and it's broken. What are we going to do here? Whereas if they never contacted me, I don't know, maybe I would just call UPS or whatever. It's not all altruistic though, Dale. Part of it is also, hey, I noticed you haven't fucking left me my feedback yet. Everything okay on your side?
Do you ask for the feedback? Like, hey, just checking in on you.
No.
Did it get there? Leave a review if everything's worked out. Did you got to mention it though? I mean, if that's one of the goals here is to get that feedback, ask for the sale, close the deal. What is this fucking amateur hour? You get the sale. You just ask them.
You know what?
Right,
let me look here.
Give me a review. You have a good one, man. Rock out.
It's been so long since this sold. I'm going to go ahead and say
he's dead.
No.
Oh. The apartment Gremlins got him.
Okay, so I say sale goes through, right? I accept. He didn't even make an offer. Just paid the asking price. Boom, no questions asked. Cool. That's why I was like, well, thanks so much. Blah blah blah. I'm boxing them up. Threw in some cables that weren't included in the sale, some power cords for him. Just,
bonus, little free gift. Like sometimes you get stickers or a magnet when you order something.
As a thank you.
I love those more than the gift sometimes. The thing that I've purchased.
I said, as a thank you, I included these 2 power cables for you, one for each speaker. They're powered speakers.
As a thank you, very good.
8 days later, hey, how did everything go with the speakers? Just everything okay? And 7 days after that, I hope everything's well. Just checking in that you got the speakers and everything's working. A day after that, I received them. I've yet to plug them in. I'll do that today or tomorrow. Everything is in disarray at the moment. That was a month ago.
Yeah.
No feedback.
Jim, you have his address. Go to his house. Hey, you alive in there? I need to have fucking feedback, buddy.
I'm gonna do it live right now. So today I said, hey, I hope everything is okay with the monitors. Thank you so much for your business! Exclamation point.
For the sale.
I think
be honest.
No.
Be honest.
But
hey,
I'm gonna be passive aggressive about it. I think you forgot to leave me feedback.
Oh no! Now you're just asking for a 1-star. No, what you do is you say, if everything's working out, please give me a good review. You know how important that is on this website.
Oh no!
Just fucking say the thing that you want. You're doing that. You're 3 weeks in. You could be 2 days in and done, but you're playing your games.
Well, everyone, I'm not playing games because other people.
Oh no! I can't just ask him. Well, that's what I want.
No, I'm pulling up other sales, right? Okay, here, buyer buys the thing, right? Like the purchase goes through, and I say, hey, I sent it out USPS this morning. I insured it for $150 with no signature, just like you asked, because the guy requested, hey, don't do signature required. Awesome, thank you so much. Then I say, the guy's name. I saw that it was delivered. I hope everything is to your liking. Perfect. Thank you very much. He says back to me. Awesome. Have a great holiday season. I say back. Now, is that not how you treat your customers?
That's not how I do, but in theory, yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Maybe you know what you got to say. I hope you have enjoyed this 5-star treatment. Hint, hint. Son of a bitch. Sons of guns. And I'll be honest, on eBay, I don't do reviews as much. Amazon, absolutely not. Etsy, I try on Etsy because a lot of the eBays, they're like genuine stores. Etsy, it's just, some guy or gal in their guest room crocheting some stuff up. They need that review. So I with Etsy, I'm a little more conscious about it. eBay. Oh, Jim's getting hot.
I'm hot, man. Leave me my goddamn feedback. But that's what I'm saying. eBay would not be like eBay would be fucking this guy's world up right now with messages. Like, it's been 47 days since you purchased this. I noticed you haven't left feedback. Don't forget to leave feedback for this guy. Because I've done it. I've forgotten for like 2 days, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, okay, I'll leave him feedback.
Yeah.
Reverb is like, yeah, whatever.
Whatever. We just want a piece of that money.
Reverb's gotten a lot better over the years. I mean, they really have. Their fees have gone up, but like everyone's fees go up all the time. Like that was the thing with eBay. Every like 2 or 3 years. Well, I'm done with eBay. Their fees have gotten too high, and like the world isn't done with eBay though. But back in the day when I first started using Reverb, I had to call customer support to get my money. Where I'm like, look, the package was delivered. The guy left me feedback. I still don't have. It's been 3 days since then, and my payment still hasn't cleared. So when you sell something on Reverb, you pay shipping out of your own pocket until their money clears. You know what I mean? And if it costs $150 to ship it, you gotta have some deep pockets.
Damn.
Shallow pocket? I don't know the analogy. I forget.
I think you want them deep.
Deep pockets, short arms is what you don't want.
Yeah.
That means you.
That's why I hike my pants up so high so I can get in there.
Dale, are we going to talk about this story about this basketball coach who got suspended for just having a good team?
I've only seen snippets through group messages. Hit me with this story.
I'll hit you with the story. So this happened recently. This high school basketball coach, I was reading the story on ESPN.
It's never a good start. Because I'm like, oh, where's this going to go?
Yeah. I mean, he got suspended for 2 games because his team was good.
So they won. They beat a team What was the score? Something outrageous.
Oh my goodness.
144-2 or something. I know it was 2.
Yeah, it was. I'll give you this.
And while you're trying to find that, who suspended him? Did the school suspend him? Did the district? Did the sports union? Like who made that call?
That
if my principal did that, I'm like, I quit. I'm gonna go over to this other school and we're gonna beat the shit out of you every other week. How about that?
It is the school, so I don't know. Like, it would be the athletic director that would suspend you in that case. So,
he probably is the athletic director.
No. That don't. Maybe in like some little like one intersection town. But I don't know why. I fucking read this article on 3 different sites and now I can't find it. High
Trying
school
to vamp
basketball.
For you.
I know you're trying, guy. I understand. I get it. What? Where's this fucking news? Oh, you know what? I'll click on news.
Let's just go straight to the news here. Man, oh man.
So so basically,
one-sided victory to say the least.
Okay, he won,
and they didn't fire him.
161-2. 161-2. And you know what you're thinking? Probably. You're probably thinking, they got a bucket in there. No.
Did they score on their own goal? Like, we're just going to help you now.
Well,
I'm very curious about the 2 points.
At the half, it was like 106-1, which means it was a free throw.
A couple of free throws. And both guys couldn't even hit both of them. They split them.
Right. It was a women's team, high school. Oh, I finally found the goddamn article. Thank God.
Is there a video
it's
of
from
this
ESPN.
annihilation?
It's in San Bernardino.
I hope John Boy has some of this.
Arroyo Valley High School girls coach Michael Anderson was suspended for 2 games. For 2 games, he was suspended.
2 games. That's half a season.
Yeah. In his defense, he said he said the game just got away from me. This is according to the quote from ESPN. The game just got away from me. He didn't play any starters in the second half of the game. And so at halftime it was 104-1. 104-1 at the half.
The bench mob got 60 themselves.
In the opposing team, Bloomington, their coach Dale Chung.
How many games was he suspended for?
He said
sucking.
He said people shouldn't feel sorry for my team. They should feel sorry for his team, which isn't learning the game the right way.
What? Oh no! He had me in the first half. I was like, hell yeah. Like, don't feel sorry for us. We deserve that. We weren't prepared. We haven't been taking this season seriously from the start. And it showed on the court Saturday. And we're going to address this because we brought shame to this school and this district. And that will never happen again.
Here's what's not fair.
What are you doing over there?
So Mike Anderson's team, the Arroyo Valley High basketball team, they have already won 4 games this season by 70 points or more. And this team that they beat has already lost a game by 91 points this season. So when you take the team that's beating everyone by 70 points and put them up against the team that lost to another team by 91, you're not going to get a great result, right? But not playing the game, motherfucker, they can't score 10 points in a game where the other team scores 162? What are you doing?
Man.
And he said he wasn't trying to run up the score. And you know what, though? Like, this is high school. Do you know the previous record? I don't think it's in this article. It's not in this article. But the previous... they still have the record. Cheryl Miller, Reggie Miller's older sister, who's better at basketball than he is.
And talking.
Her team, when she was in high school, won a game by like 10 more points than that or something. And she scored 100 points in the game. She's in, I'm pretty sure she's in the Basketball Hall of Fame because it's not the NBA Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I believe so.
So she's in the Hall of Fame. And if you're this coach and you've got this team, this great team in California, which is, I think that's where Cheryl Miller's team was too, because it was a state record. And like she still has the state record, her team.
Yeah.
If you're coaching this team now, you're one of these girls on the team, you're chasing a Hall of Famer. And you're going to tell that person, come on, they're too bad. Can you stop scoring? We don't want you to be chasing this Hall of Famer's record.
Yeah, I'd be hot if I was Cheryl Miller 2.0 and coach is like, all right, guys, we're going to bench the starters here. This one's getting away. We're going to go with the bench for the second half. I'd be like, excuse me, sir. I'm trying to become a famous millionaire, and I'm doing a pretty good, I got a good start to this thing. How about you don't do that, and I keep playing.
And
do you think
these girls these are high school girls. They're playing for scholarships. They're playing to try and get into college, and you're telling them, whoa, take it easy on this dog shit team. And you know what? I don't blame those players. 100% I blame that other coach. He's got to be terrible.
What was his name? Did they name him?
Dale. His name's Dale.
Jeez, beans.
Dale Chung. He says they used a full court press for the entire first half.
That is kind of a dick move. Then break it, then bust it.
Is it though? Because the danger of doing that is that someone's going to get open.
These girls on the bad team, they weren't even getting the ball in. They were getting 8-second violations, not even getting to half court. Throughout this game, I can see it now, and I'm so curious if that team does have a Cheryl Miller or maybe two, or what if they're all just really good, or what if this coach is just really good and he's just got them firing all cylinders. Like, hey, we're going to do this thing called full court press.
Dale Chung said he's a great X's and O's coach. Ethically, not so much. He knows what he did was wrong.
Oh, so
you know what? And to me, I don't want this to be insensitive to the other team that got their ass beat. Like I said, I bet those girls played hard, and their coach is just awful. So, but Bloomington, the team that got pantsed, might need to look around. You know, you're in the same conference or whatever with this other team.
Yeah,
You've already got
Valley
blown out by 91 points by a different team. How are you going to get, what do you tell the girls? What do you do? This guy pulled the starters. Now in retrospect, Michael Anderson, he said, I didn't know they were going to be that bad, is what he said.
Oh my God.
But I don't blame him. He's like, I didn't know they were going to be that bad. I would have pulled everyone in the first quarter. But what am I going to do? My starters don't get to play? He said, I benched them for the entire second half. And then his team still scored 57 more points and only allowed one more point.
That's got to feel good too. 1 point per half. The starters had to have been just applauding, good job, bench. That's just good D.
Yeah, and so what is the problem there? What are you supposed to do? Let them score If you were the other team.
Yes.
If you were the team getting shit on and you were an athlete on that team, would you feel good if they gave you some basket? Would you feel good if they're like, oh, go ahead. Here, I'll just go ahead. You drive and score. Get it up to 20. Okay, go ahead. No, you'd feel even worse.
Oh, but I've experienced getting blown out a bit and people just sagging off on defense. They're, catching their breath and just, the effort kind of goes down a little bit because the game's pretty much in hand. But kudos to that coach. He said, no, foot on the neck.
Maybe he didn't, though. Maybe those girls are just no,
girls,
fuck
please.
Fuck this other team.
I'm going to get suspended, girls, please. I'll bench all of you. How about I bench all of you?
What I failed to see is this is not professional sports. This is not there are times in a basketball game where it's over, right? And it's come on, guys, you're up by 15. There's 2 minutes to go. Did you need to make 3 more threes? But this is not that case. these are amateurs. These are high school athletes, right? So this other team is just way worse. They just have way worse players and a terrible coach, right? So I can't see any scenario in which these girls did anything wrong. What are you supposed to do? Not try your hardest all the time? You're trying to, like we've mentioned, you're playing for a scholarship. You're trying to make it. You're trying to be you're trying to break state records. What are you supposed to tell them? Don't break a state record because it's not nice because this other team's really bad.
Because Dale over there's gonna cry, guys. If you keep scoring, Dale's gonna cry over there.
And I'm not saying this was ever a possibility, but it has been in other games. This is high school. These are amateurs, right? When do you know that it's okay to take your foot off the gas? You know what I mean?
Final possession.
Right. Well, it was 104 to 1.
Dribble it out. When you dribble it out.
Yeah. I've seen high school, and like football's different, but I've seen high school football games. You're like, yeah, this is over. You're like, oh, they got a touchdown. Oh, they went for 2. Oh, they got it. Oh, they got safety.
Onside. Ooh.
You know, and you're like, whoa, oh, that's right. These are amateurs, and when you're dealing with amateurs, I think your wild swings one way or the other are way more likely than in pro sports. I'm not saying that this is possible, but maybe, okay, then you bench all your starters at the half. Then you got girls that maybe they haven't gotten a lot of minutes, and now they're like, ooh, you know what? Maybe this is my chance to shine. Maybe I'll make the local paper. You know, maybe I'll catch the eye of some recruiter. So, no, they're not going to come in and... You can't put your bench
they got to get their shit in
exactly.
too. They've got a life to live. They've got goals to succeed on. And that's a good point because I was thinking from the starter standpoint of the good team where, you know, you're Cheryl Miller 2.0, you're averaging 34 points a game, and then you get benched in the second half and you're sitting there because, you know, the colleges, you know, they're looking at your average points per game as well as other stats, but you're sitting at 34 and you're thinking, if I could play in the second half, I could probably get this up to, you know, maybe 40 points a fucking game. That looks real nice. So I as a starter, I might be a little hot, but at the same time, it is kind of beautiful that this other group of girls on the bench, they now get to get their numbers up. So they get pretty sweet numbers for their college goals as well.
I mean,
and the other girls on the other team, you know, that's what college is for. Classrooms, not the court. That's fine.
I feel like you expect in an NBA game there to be ebbs and flows, and guys are gonna like take a break on they're gonna rest on offense, you know, when they can, you know, like maybe let some other guys get some shots, and like I'm gonna take a breather. We're gonna pace ourselves because there's a pro level team we're playing, right? Like you can't really take them for granted. But in this case, when you're a young athlete, it's like, no, you just go 100% the whole time because this might be your only shot of doing that in your whole life, you know? So I'm not saying like I commend this other coach, but I definitely commend the winning team of Arroyo Valley. I commend them for going all out.
It sounds like everybody on that side did a great job. Obviously, the girls killed it, and the coach is like, I did the best I could to not humiliate the other team, but I mean the clock just keeps going, guys.
Like what
just call the game.
No, I didn't watch the game. I didn't watch the highlights, but none of the articles mentioned that there was poor sportsmanship or that they were like doing some like trick Harlem Globetrotter plays on them or like to making them look stupid. I didn't see any of that. So I don't think there's any that's just good hard defense though. That's what I'm saying.
Full court press. They're cheesing it. They're trolling.
Well, get a shot. Move the ball. Like to me that's less of like that's a strategic problem.
Sean needs to think.
Like if you're doing a full court press the whole time and they can't score, there's got to be a way for you to eke out a basket in there. Do you know what I mean? Because you're talking, if it's full court press, you're doing man to man, across the whole court.
Somebody's open somewhere,
right?
At least probably two.
Unless you're so bad at coaching them against a full court press that they just implode. That's the coach. Like, you get full court, you're trapped in a full court press, and you have no way to counter that. That's your coach.
Yeah,
because I mean, you can dribble.
Even we in grade school, because we played grade school ball, we had inbounds plays. Like we had a couple things to do in situations, and this sounds like and you know what? I bet the team that mollywopped them, they probably weren't even the first team to school this team with the full court press. They probably seen it before. Maybe they did it last year, and they're like, "Oh, just full court press them," and they can't do anything.
Yeah, they can't.
So it's probably not even a big secret. I'm sure every team that plays them attempts it. Obviously, they did it significantly better.
That is my biggest problem. Did the team that beat them by 91, did that coach get suspended? Do you know what I mean? Like, he
must have been celebrating on the court. He must have been fist pumping like Tiger Woods and then hitting a tree. There's more to it, because you're right. Like, if that's the case, the other guy should have got suspended. 2 games is a weird number of suspensions for this.
He said Anderson, the coach, he said it wasn't a good feeling. It's not something I'm proud of. But he said he benched his starters at halftime, and then he told the players that he put in, he said just milk the shot clock.
Yeah, work the clock, take it down.
But the strategy didn't have much of an impact. It says
that's why they only got 60 instead of 100.
In 1982, Cheryl Miller led her Riverside Poly team to 179-15 victory.
Yeah.
So, and then in 2012, an Indiana team, a girls team, 107-2.
Weird.
These things happen when really good teams play really bad and terribly coached teams. What are you going to do?
So,
and I don't blame the coach. I don't blame the coach either, because
I don't.
I just blamed him, right?
It's an awful situation to be in. I'd hate to be in there, but it's like, well, this is my job. This is your job, girls. We're gonna get yelled at after this. Here we go.
Well, but the opposing team coach that I said they should have been able to score Chung. 6 points or something. You know, Dale Chung, but Dale Chung probably teaches, a full class schedule there, and it's probably not a big basketball school. He's probably getting like math. $5,000 a year to coach basketball or something on top of whatever else he does there. So, but honestly, come on.
If you're the winning school, athletic director, principal, all those higher ups, don't you want to make history? Don't you want to have the girl that outscored Cheryl Miller, the team that set the state record in 2021 under your watch, under your leadership? Like, don't you want that? Because like we went to Marion, and boy, oh boy, they tried, and they took that shit real serious. And they would have fucking
football.
They would have hit some bodies to get a situation like this. They would have made some people disappear to get in a situation like this. And for this team to have that and to punish the coach, that's so wild to me. For 2 games, he was like, good. They're going to score more because they hate the assistant coach. Good luck.
The school suspended him. So it wasn't like the league suspended him or anything. Oh,
does it say?
Listen, this was a non-league victory. They're not even the same league. This was like an exhibition game.
Yeah, they're playing grade schoolers, Jim. Those was my next question. Does it say what, like, juniors, seniors?
Doesn't say.
Because if it was seniors, unlike the best school playing the freshmen in the worst school, like they don't even have a court because they're not in the same league. It's literally some bad news Bears shit.
Sounds like it.
But Dale Chung needs to get creative. He needs to go full ladybugs. He needs to dress up a couple boys,
a
couple dudes with some wigs.
Try some psych outs. Try anything.
Oh, they made that movie. It's Joanna Man. Never, he needs to go straight Joanna Man. Edit that out, the Ladybugs part. He needs to go full Joanna Man and get it done, Dale Chung.
Just at least a bucket. You know, like to me, 2 free throws.
I love how that's a good point. That's a good point. But Jim, they can't get it past half court.
Here's the other thing, though.
There's no bucket because the coach has failed them on day one.
If you
they don't even know how to dribble.
If you get 2 free throws, that means you got to the line. You know, and it was 1 apiece, right? Like because we know the score at the half. So that means you got to the line twice. You couldn't do that any more time. You couldn't figure that out again. Like these girls are so hungry for this like stomping. You couldn't bait them into 3 or 4 more trips to the line. And you know what though? I just thought of maybe they did, and they just whiffed all their free throws. Maybe there were like 20 free throw attempts. Oh, I didn't even think about it, Dale, till right now, till I'm saying the words.
Damn.
But
yeah, I really need to see if there's some footage of this. So I'm gonna Bloomington,
yeah, Arroyo Valley, San Bernardino, Arroyo Valley against Bloomington.
Wow, it really is the fucking All Valley.
Yeah, it is. Daniel LaRusso was there. His wife slapped somebody. She's fiery, you know.
Don't talk to my husband that way. When did this happen?
That's a great question.
So Bloomington played Arroyo?
Yes. This this happened. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Fucking John. This is all John's fault. This is John's fault.
How many years old is it?
Before we go any further, John posted this in our chat.
Oh my god, I see it. I see it now.
This is from 2015.
6 years ago. 6 years ago, we're getting so hot. Well, this video,
January 20, yeah, 6 years ago.
So there is a story about it. Insane Girls Basketball 161-2 gets Michael Anderson 2-game suspension. Yeah, this is a 6-year-old story. Well, you know what? That was a very sensitive time. All right, the world was about to get a lot harder.
Not yet, though. Like we had hope. No, we still had hope until the 0 hour. People were like, "Yeah, but he ain't gonna come on. She knows what she's doing. It'll be fine." He what now? Who won? I'm sorry.
You're fired, guy. They're not gonna get him.
Yeah, so this is January of 2015. So we still are like, yeah, we got Obama for a while. We don't know what they're gonna run up against. Whoever, Bernie. We don't know who it's gonna be. We're not worried though. I don't know. Old news, but the points and all the points are still valid.
Fucking broads are in the WNBA right now. And
yeah,
shit, and we're getting hot. Like
they already have rings. We got to follow this now though, because I do want to see. This is 6 years ago. They would have made it through. You know, I'm assuming this is a senior high team. Made it through all of college and could be pro at this point. Yeah, what if that team has like 3 pros on it?
I wouldn't be surprised.
And they're over here like, you should be nicer to that bad team. Like, yeah, well, stay out of my way.
Everybody gets a trophy. Everybody gets a couple free throws. Oh, you missed them though. God damn it.
I don't like the outrage about running up the score. I really don't. Even in the pros, I get it in the pros. Like I understand where the other players and teams are coming from. But personally for me, I'm like, well, at the end of the day, it is a game. And it was never well in hand, obviously. If the score is getting run up, what you're saying is we had no chance of winning. Why did you keep scoring? Right? That's your logic. So if you had no chance of winning, what the fuck difference does it make if you lost by 20 or you lost by 40? You lost.
Go out there and you compete.
Yeah.
And whatever happens, happens. When we played rec ball, there were certain games where we were outperformed. Nobody got hot. It's just like, well,
every game. Let's be honest. Every game we were outperformed
here.
But there were certain games where like maybe we had a chance. Like we were close. We were ahead at some point in this game, you know, like, and then there were games where it just wasn't happening. The president of the United States was not allowing it.
It was like a Harlem Globetrotters game. We were the generals. It was
Yeah,
awful.
there
And
was-
things never got chippy unless they got chippy, and that little fucking kid would flop around. That shit was hilarious.
It did get chippy, but not with us. That
No, of
the
course not.
youngster team got chippy with President Phil's team, and President Phil was not having it. They got chippy, and I'm like,
Well-
you should probably not get chippy because you're the
Well,
worst
there's-
one on your team.
The one kid that would whine and do like super fast handle dribble moves and then like fall and eat shit. But
Yeah,
he
he
was
always-
such a shit talker that I would immediately make fun of him.
He would always
Like if
try
it was
and
anybody
Euro
else, I'd be like, you all right? Jesus Christ, let me help you up. But with him, I'm just like, let me just teabag you in real life.
Yeah, the Euro step kid.
Yeah, the Euros.
Yeah, he was the worst one on the team, which I think you have to have, even in a rec league, have some humility. When you're the worst one on the team, probably keep your mouth shut about like little tic-tac fouls and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because
That's why I was Mr. Entertainment as the resident jobber. I'm like, I won't be here to trash talk. I will be here to make everyone laugh and have a good time.
yeah, none of us trash talked, and we took our beating and had some fun, but it wasn't like we were a waste of time. We were trying.
Right. Yeah, and that's another thing to this 8-year-old story. Like that's valuable court time. At the end of the day, that's some court time, helps their development, and that was their goal. For us, it was literally just having fun and exercising. So that was our goal, and we definitely did that.
And we got
competed,
better
and that was
as
fun.
the season went on.
As
got
our
better.
roster got shorter,
Yeah.
we got better.
Yeah, that's true.
As people would abandon the sinking ship, we had to get stronger to keep it afloat.
Yeah, there was a game. Do we tell them about the game we lost 2-on-3? Where we had 3 and they had 2? Let's tell them about. Yeah, we did lose a 2-on-3, which is rough. But in our defense, like it wasn't full court or anything. It wasn't like you can really exercise that advantage that much. Then
short little
that
fat
team,
guy, it might as well be 2v2.
it was the best team in the league. The team that won the championship
Yeah.
that we played. That was the K-Fed team.
And they're all like 6 foot in shape. Most of them can dunk.
Some of them were like
hit
6'4"
like
and
and
could
then
bench
it-
300
yeah.
pounds.
Exactly.
Okay, so this league, by the way, league, the guy running the league is like, yeah, I think we'll have like a celebration at the end of the season. We'll have like a dunk contest. And I'm like, what are we using? Are we using like trampoline? You gonna lower the rim using trampolines? He's like, no. It's just like a dunk contest. I'm like, what the fuck? Are you out of your mind?
Yeah. I'll
And-
boost you.
Like, I don't know. I wasn't expecting 60% of the people in the league to be able to dunk.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Yeah.
But
when
we
I heard
took it.
rec center league in Indiana, I was like, oh, we're going to school these hillbillies. They're going to be
Yeah.
they're going to have no cardio because they're all methed out. It's going to
Mm.
be great. And they're all just like young fucking studs. It was ridiculous.
Or
I
old
was so mad.
studs, or like 48-year-old studs, or whatever. Like the team with the president.
Mhm.
That remember the poker guy who
Yeah,
he missed 0 3-point attempts. He was just draining.
They've been balling consistently for years and years and years.
And he was
we
tall,
were like,
too.
hey, Jared, we haven't played basketball in about 4 years. Let's give this rec center thing a good go. Get some cardio. And it's like, oh, we were a little out of our element on that one. It's like, is there another league or anything? Like a senior league? We can sneak in on that. Shit,
Man,
I can't wait for senior ball. I'm definitely going to play senior.
that's what
basketball.
I thought until I got this age, and there's so many guys that are like still in really good shape and played in college. I need to find we're just having fun league.
Yeah, like a beer league, like a softball league.
I tried those too, and those motherfuckers are take it too seriously.
Damn.
I
mean, you would too. Like at the end of the with the
If I was that
we're both
good-
competitive. We're both.
I mean,
competitive.
I tried, but I wasn't very good. I mean, I was actually decent, but compared to everyone else, I was like, what the? Like, you must have played in college because every
Home
time
run,
you
home
go up
run.
there,
triple.
you can hit a home run if you want. But so I subbed for our buddy Greg. I subbed for his team once or twice, which was a different league. They took it super seriously. And then I played on a team where I was like on the team, like a complete different team. They didn't act like they took it seriously until we were playing the games. And it was like, we were in one of the leagues where once you hit your 6th home run, it became an out. because so many guys are just like, I'm just gonna hit a home run here. So they would like it was like using your ultimate in Overwatch. They'd be like, oh, bases are loaded. We're gonna use one of these home runs. Boom, gone. Like,
doesn't even seem fun. Everything's just a called shot.
And then I'm like, well, all these guys are doing it. It's probably just the bat. It's probably just a trick of the bat or something. Let me use this guy's bat. Like, that's a solid line drive. Nowhere close to being a home run. You want to try again? I'm like, no, I'm good. I'll just keep slapping these line drives through the hole. Just getting on base. That's what I do.
Station to station. That's what softball's all about.
There was a guy like 20 pounds lighter than me and his swing was like, some of these guys took the big fucking step, the big softball swing. And you're like, yeah, okay, makes sense. That guy crushed it again. And then this one guy's smaller than me and just does this little twist of the hips, boom. And I'm like, holy shit, that went further than the big guys. And that's when I realized I'm not playing in these leagues because they're not, anytime like, look, we're just out here having fun. You're full of shit. When you say that, I know you're full of shit. We don't really care. We're out here having fun. Everyone's having a good time. And it's fun. Like, it would be like, people. I don't know, it'd be like playing Overwatch with someone that's, awful, and you're playing in comp. And you're like, it is what it is. But then you're like, why'd you ult there? Shield up.
We're just having fun. Why'd you use your ult there, though?
You're just having fun. Why didn't you block that shatter? For fun.
You know what'd be fun?
You know what'd be fun if you block that fucking shatter next time.
Ooh. What a sports-centric episode this was.
Yeah. It was. I liked it.
Wasn't expecting. And I have been getting the bug just to exercise in general. Like, I miss outdoors. I miss running, which I don't really like. That's how jonesy I am for everything.
Must be jonesing if you miss the thing you hate.
Yeah. Like, I can't wait to buy a new basketball because the other one was starting to look like Jason's head and the one Jason Goes to Hell. So I can't wait to get a new ball, hit the court, and we're getting there. Maybe it's like a 35, 40 degrees. I can ball in 50-degree, but I can do that. I just wear the pants. I wear the tracksuit pants, and I'm good.
Yeah, it's funny you mention that because I've been the least motivated in my adult life to exercise ever since I had COVID. And like the thought of exercising for me I always used to look forward to it. And there would be little micro not looking forward to it, or like, yeah, it's leg day, but like I'll still get to do this other exercise I like, But overall, it was like I would look forward to it, like, I'm gonna get home, I'm gonna get to work out, or I'm gonna get home, I'm gonna get to run. And then ever since I had that shit, I'm like, oh, God, I guess I could try and work out. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I got to just
take your
I'm going to do a little bit each day and add on to it each day. I can't just jump into what I was doing before. And I didn't even have it bad. Like I'm not even saying this is physiological. It could just all be mental. But the thought process is, God damn, I don't want to work out. And I'll make up excuses. And before it was like, I looked forward to it. So I've been doing push-ups for the past 3 days. But instead of trying to do a crazy amount and getting discouraged, I'm like, I'll just do one set. I'll just start out doing one set, as many as I can do, but do it every single day. I got up to 60 today.
Good.
Feels good. Now, but there used to be a time where I could slack off for like a week and a half and still at least do 70 in a set. And that feels like, oh, Jesus. It's been feeling like never again in my life will I be able to do that. And then today I'm like 60. That's only 10 away. It's only 10 away from 70. So I think your boy's going to get back up to 100 again. I think I'll do it. I think I can do it. I'll video it this time.
Yeah. I want to see it.
Did some squats.
We'll put it on the page here on facebook.com/notlikeThisPodcast. Put it on there.
Everyone will be
or maybe it'll be a Patreon exclusive, like watch Jim struggle
A number 58, your arm didn't exactly hit 90 degrees, so I'm going to say it didn't count.
Were these girl push-ups, bro?
Don't call them that. Girls do push-ups
Bro.
just as well as boys.
And next Monday and Tuesday, it's going to be 62 degrees.
Ooh.
I might have to step outside.
I'll have to run for sure.
For sure.
We got an exercise.
Just do some shoot around stuff, because I have noticed since quarantine and everything, my stamina and cardio is the drizzling S's.
Mm-hmm.
It's real bad. I had to go up like 4 flights of stairs at some point.
I would die.
And I was not pleased with the result of that.
I have to go up 2 flights of stairs. Well, what is the flight? When you go up and it turns and you go up, or when you get to the next floor?
To the next floor.
Oh, I have to go 1 flight of stairs a day, and I'm out of breath. I can't breathe, and like my heart. And I'm trying to convince myself I can, and I'm like, no, I can't. And it's brutal, man.
I had a lady at work. She was just like, can you carry this end table over to that sofa so I can compare the colors? And I'm like, yeah, I'm a strong young man. And I was like, holy shit. First of all, the strength wasn't there, which was sad. And then by the time I got there, I set it down and I gestured like, here you go, get a good look at it. And I just turned and walked away so I could huff and puff. I was like, whew. So sad. We can't let COVID get us in the bad way and take our cardio away. We still have to get outside, because that was a huge impact that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, I miss running so much.
Jesus, yeah. So when this weather turns, don't go to the gym. As much as I'd love to do that, I'm gonna urge you guys, don't do that yet.
Yeah.
But when the weather turns here, go outside, go on your walks and jogs and your frisbee golf and your shoot arounds. Just take your lungs back.
Take your lungs back. Special shout out to our buddy Dave.
Taking his lungs back.
He's taking his lungs back. He made the hard choice, but it's gonna pay off for him. Get well soon, buddy.
Shoot around with that son of a gun. All right, that is going to do it here. Hit up the patreon.com/notlikethis. I've already hinted at our next movie. But that will do it for this episode. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Dale Chung, and why are they doing that?
I'm 2 free throws.